Welcome to Talent on Tap. Back from South by Southwest, where I had a chance to sit down with Abby Hamilton. She's the VP of People at Live Intent. The topic was how to hire like a big business when you're not one. We put together the best of her tips. Check it out. So leading the talent function at small and medium business, what are the biggest challenges that you face?
Yeah, some of the biggest challenges I face, I'd really break into 3 buckets.
Okay.
First, I would say the time to hire.
Yeah.
It's of urgent priority. When a job opens, we need to fill it, and we need to fill it now with the best qualified person. Second, I would say the budget to do so. Every dollar counts at a small business, and we need to make the most of that. And then the third one is the talent brand. I just don't have the name recognition working for a company called Live Intent with 160 global people that some of the others that I'm competing against do. Especially in New York City, looking for engineers, I'm competing against you at LinkedIn, but also Google, Facebook, and many others. So how do we stand out amongst the competition? You can do a lot of these things now with the technology on your iPhone. So at Live Intent, one thing that they do very well, and what drew me to them, is they do something weekly called Live Intentionals. Weekly.
So 50 some odd.
Absolutely.
Pieces of content.
A year.
Wow.
So they tape fun, quirky videos about what's happening in the business, what's happening in the industry, and just make it fun. Additionally, there are blogs. The blogs do take some work and do take dedication to make content, but anybody can do that in terms of writing and adding there. And my favorite piece on the blog is something called Meet a Live Intenter, where we focus on an employee, different teams, different focuses, different levels, and we ask the same set of questions to each of those employees each time, but it really gives you a peek into the kind of people that are here at Live Intent and then the culture that we're building.
Storytelling, I think, is very much a lost art. Some people aren't doing it enough. Advice, or even what you've done to make sure that the story about the opportunity and the company and the culture is sort of vibrant and clear. What should one do?
At Live Intent, there's big focus on playbooks.
Okay.
And that's focusing really on the sales side of the business. But on the recruitment side, we're capitalizing on those stories to make sure that we're telling the same stories and we're using a version of that for the candidates. So no matter who you talk to throughout the business, we're all speaking the same language.
So to clarify, so is it like, hey, sales team, can we use your framework? And
Absolutely.
Got it.
And master decks and look and see what's going on and how do we pivot that and use it in our storytelling to make sure it matches and it feels authentic no matter who you're talking to in the organization.
Beg, borrow, steal, reuse.
All the above.
I know you've talked a lot about everyone being a recruiter at a smaller company. What are some things that you've done that anyone can do sort of tomorrow that are relatively low cost and easy to do that can really be impactful?
One of the fun things we did is focus on our referral program.
Okay.
Great people know great people. So we did something called a ninja hunt,
where
we ordered pizza, we invited some engineers into a 90-minute session, so it doesn't take a lot of time either from your resources. Had them sit down, go through their LinkedIn network. We had a pre-drafted message to help them as well. Send out, we tracked the responses, ultimately ended up with 4 on-site interviews from that. But even more than that, we got these engineers thinking that they actually can be talent scouts themselves as well. It was easy to do, it was fun to do, and it only cost us the price of a few pizzas.
Okay, next topic around myths. In the past, I've shared some presentations around data-driven recruiting and that sort of thing. And the question I would get a lot is, you're going to comment, "Oh, Brandon, that's great, but you've got this team of people that are pulling all this data for you." So working for a sub 200 person company, trying to identify and hire great people, getting sort of rich data and insights, doable, not doable? Is it a myth to say, hey, I need a team of people if I'm going to be effective around use of data?
It is a myth now. It can be handled by a recruiter on their own.
Okay.
In a simple recruiter seat now, there's spotlights, and spotlights are an amazing tool.
I love spotlights.
So we're able to dig in and look at people that are more likely to respond, people that have applied to us in the past, and really start there to drill down to those types of candidates. And what we've seen is a dramatic spike in our response rate. And now for us, we're at almost 50% response rate. That means almost 1 out of 2 of every message that we send out is not only read, but replied to.
Yeah.
All because of the insights and the data that's in our fingertips.
Very cool. All right, so here we are. So you've been creatively using your resources. You don't need a bag of money to go get the brand out there and make things happen. You've used data yourself. You don't have a team of analysts. You've engaged me through your ninja hunt. And so awesome. I'm now a candidate in process with you. But hey, look, I can go call my own shots. I'm an engineer. I can do whatever I want. And I'm considering 3 big brand name companies. Yeah. So it's game on for you. How are you going to get to victory? How are you going to win me as a candidate?
I think with a small business, we also have the luxury of pulling in the executives quickly and easily. For most of our jobs, the executive is part of that final interview process. They can help sell and help close. I know for me, coming into the organization in my position, getting to meet the CEO before I accepted a job was a pretty big deal and really helpful and super insightful in that. Also, I have the flexibility of moving quickly. I can have an offer proposed, approved, and extended, maybe in as short as 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I know when I worked at a big business, it wasn't always like that. So to use that to our advantage, move quickly, and get things done.
Lots of great insights from Abby. Something that's really sticking with me after talking to her is how powerful it is to be scrappy and creative as a small business. Hearing how she just got a camera, started recording great content and pushing things out on a weekly basis is an awesome way to stay competitive and push brand awareness out at scale. Take a look and leave a comment below and let us know which of her best practices you're going to start implementing today.